What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Jam with Jock. I've got a really exciting lesson for you guys today where I'm going to be making the song Clocks by Coldplay from scratch. This is going to be great to see what I do from start to finish. I've chosen this song in particular because, much like other Coldplay songs, they are quite simple down to the core. And if we all take that concept in our own productions about not trying to overcomplicate things, I think we'll all become better producers because of it. So if you'd like to, open up a blank Ableton canvas with me and let's go ahead and make this song from scratch. So here we are in Ableton. We're going to first select the tempo of the song, which is at 131 beats per minute. And if you'd like to, you can put the key of the track, which is E flat major, and that'll just help you keep in key. And like all of my recreations, I'm going to start with the drums, especially in this case because I'm going to be recording the melodic piano instruments in live, and so I want to have a beat to be able to record that melody with. So I'm just going to open up an instance of Addictive Drums. Any acoustic drum kit will be fine. I just know there's going to be one in particular which works really well for this type of song. Blue Oyster kit it is, and Roomy 26. It's a bit too big for me, so the good thing about Addictive Drums is you can just change the kick samples. Okay, cool. That's a nice kick and snare. So just go ahead and record this kick and snare in, and it's very important when you're trying to record in drums and you don't have any other elements to keep you in time, is just to turn this metronome on. So just going to go ahead and highlight Command A and then quantize, Command U. Turn off the metronome. Cool. That's our drum loop. That's the kick and snare down. We're just going to need, all that is left is a ride to complete the drums. So nice and simple. So going to consolidate that. Obviously it's a bit robotic just having it one after the next, so if I did want to humanize it, I just would put it into a MIDI channel and then I could apply some groove or swing to it and that would humanize it for me. In this case, I'm not worrying about the drums too much. I just want to kind of push it on with the melodic elements. Sometimes rides can have a bit of low end frequency, so yeah, I don't want to take it too much. I want the rides to have a lot of presence and also some weight to it too. So that mid-range would be nice. I'm not going to just totally wash it out. But yeah, about 150 Hertz, I think it'll be good. So we'll record in now the iconic arpeggiated rhythm that everyone knows. So I'm going to throw in my voice of piano, which is Contact. If you just have stock plugins, then just the Ableton grand pianos is totally fine. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and record this melody in. like the first 4 bars and then didn't really like the second one. So we'll just stick with the first one for now. If you wanted to just see how that's played, it's very simple. So I'm not a good pianist at all. So just go ahead on YouTube and just watch a basic tutorial. And it's just the 3 notes of a chord, just arpeggiating. So just have a look at that if you want to try and record it in yourself. If not, just copy the MIDI that I've got here. Move this one slightly on the grid. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and quantize it. I know I don't like to quantize too much for humanizing the drums, but I've already got some velocity changes because I recorded it in live, so I'm happy to quantize it for now. Awesome. And I'm just going to see how the notes sound if I drag them out a bit. Sometimes I like when pianos, the notes are overlapping one another. I like it originally how it was, so just keep it like that. We'll duplicate that across our bars, consolidate that, and then we'll just name it so it's nice and easy. Up piano. Now you'll see how simple track is, because all we're going to do is we're going to take that over and see what actually we'll do. We're just going to duplicate our up. We're going to keep that same piano patch in, and we're literally just going to turn these ups into chords. So by doing that, it's going to extend the notes. Now the chord structure is, there's 3 chords in the 4 bars. So we've got bar 1 being the first chord, and then bars 2 and 3, we've got the second chord, and then it finishes on bar 4, which is the third chord. I'm just going to have the second chord play twice. I think that sounds a bit more like the original. Going to loop on, and we're just going to loop those 4 bars. All right, I'm just going to take that piano down 5 decibels because we want that up to be kind of the main forefront of the sound. And then I might try see how it sounds down an octave. Perfect. All right, so we've got our chords, we've got our up, and now we're going to create a bass line. And once again, super simple. So what I like to do whenever I'm writing a bass line around a chord progression, I'll just go ahead and put that one into the bass patch, and I'll go ahead and shift it up an octave because the bass note's obviously usually a bit lower. And then I'll hit 0, which is going to turn them into ghost notes so I can see them, but I can't hear them. That way I know which notes are being played so I can write the bass line around those chords. So go ahead and open up the goated bass patch, bass VST, trillion, bass instrument, and we're going to look for a picked rhythm. This rock one. Now, I usually like to follow the root notes, but it's not always the case. All All right, that one doesn't sound good. So we've only got 3 notes to choose from. So we're literally just going to cycle through and see which one's better. So we'll go with the A sharp. That's all right, better. We'll try the D though. All right, happy with the D sharp. Then we'll go down to the E sharp. We'll go up, say. No, not that one. That's the one. And then just from hearing that, I've heard the song a million times, I'm pretty sure it goes down again. So we'll go down to G sharp. Wrong. Let's try E sharp. That's the one. All right, so we're gonna highlight all of these notes and we're just gonna take them a smidge backwards. So there's a bit of, the bass has a bit of space to breathe. Okay, cool. I might try it down an octave. I like both it up and down the octave. I'm going to stick with the lower octave, just because it's a bass. It really needs to be holding down that bottom end quite low. So yeah, we'll stick with that. We'll stick with it down the octave. So a staple of most Coldplay tracks is a really beautiful ensemble, kind of strings, brass, that kind of thing. So we're going to try and add that because I'm sure that that's in the original as well. It's very stringy. So we'll create string MIDI track there. We'll use our piano chords as well. And I'm just going to go and open up Xenology, which is fantastic for all this kind of realistic instruments. Go into strings, ensemble strings, and I've got this one starred, so I'll go ahead and press it. Awesome. Now, as you can hear, you want strings to really be kind of heavenly, higher octave type of stuff. So, while that's absolutely beautiful as it is, we're going to actually add some more octaves to try and space out the strings a bit more. So go ahead and go down to the D sharp, A sharp. You might think there's no point having strings down this low, but it creates a really wide sounding orchestra when you have such an array of notes. But to have these higher notes along with these lower ones too, it's going to make it sound really full. Might even try have some higher ones too. And the awesome thing is, this is literally just 3 notes, and it's just, I've just doubled them or tripled them. In D sharp, there's 3 D sharps. So that's what I'm really trying to emphasize with this track recreation, is just how simple things can be. It's just simply 3 notes, and I'm just making it sound larger by adding more octaves. We'll go ahead and do the same thing again. We'll add our E sharp. Now the first chord and the second chord is it goes higher. So we want to have something higher than this D sharp. So we can have A sharp. And go. We'll try the E sharp because that's in that chord as well. I think it goes even higher. So let's go. Perfect. In the original song, I know it has that bigger jump than just that, which is just a semitone. It's just only going from D sharp to E sharp in the key. So that's why I always try and trust my ears. And because I've listened to this song so many times, I know the strings have quite a bit of a jump there. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that. So instead of having this string play twice, I'm just going to have it play over 2 bars. Have those notes showing a bit, that's always helpful. We'll go down to the E sharp now. We'll just add more of those notes that we've already got down below. Same again. Add a B sharp. Right, anything else? Perfect. Awesome. Trust your ears, guys. That's the #1 thing I can tell you. Like, I don't know the string structure at all. I'm just going with what my ears are telling me, and I think that sounds pretty spot on. Go ahead and name it. And we'll add some brass now because we've got the strings, we've got that higher type of octave stuff. So let's get some warmth down below just to help accompany that bass a bit. We'll add another patch of Xenology. I've got a lot of favorite brass samples in there. Usually more synthy brass for the like 80s kind of stuff, but there's also some good acoustic brass too, which ensemble brass. And then I've actually starred one of them that I like. Bright synth brassy symphony, that's the one. So instead of going with the string MIDI, I'm going to go the piano one, and then we'll do the same thing what we did to the string. We'll build the chords around what we think sounds good. Wouldn't mind seeing if this attack can go. Yeah. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll have this just play once, this second chord over 2 bars, down just a smidge. Cool. All right, so just adding any of the notes that we've already got, and we'll see what sounds good. Up. Too high. There we are. So you just see I had an E sharp, so just chuck that in. Using my ears, that sounds good. And then we want that A sharp, go down, finish on that G. And we'll just add a note that we've already got. We've got an E sharp down there, so let's go ahead and add that. Perfect. All right, let's have a listen. Help this piano compete with the other symphonies and stuff that are obviously quite large and full. So I'll add some distortion. It's always nice. Just this one, see how that sounds. Gonna be quite loud now, so I'll just turn that down. Awesome. So if you guys don't have the oven, which is awesome distortion, by the way, just go ahead and open up a preset in the saturator for the Ableton's one. A bit warmer, always works for me. Hopefully you could see by taking one chord progression, which has 3 chords in it with 3 notes in each chord, you can then turn it into an entire track by adding octaves, by adding bigger, larger instruments, and hopefully it inspires you to not overcomplicate your own songs. I definitely would recommend to do this with some of your favorite songs. For me, this is one of my favorite songs, and the piano is quite easy to play, so it made it nice and easy for me to record in, and then realize that the chords around the song and even the strings are just those same chords added in. So not only is it fun, which is what producing is all about, but it's also a great way to learn how a song that has over billions of streams is made. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like and subscribe button. If there's any questions that you had from the video, if you wanted to have the project file, then I'd be happy to send it to you as well. If there's any other songs that you want me to recreate or just video ideas in general, then please let me know down below. And I just wanted to say a big thanks to staying to the end of the video. If you wanted to go ahead and watch one of my latest uploads, then just go ahead and click up here. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.